Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. Today we're going back to the trial. Court is now back in session. Defendant, please step up to the witness stand. Trucy Wright, magician. Here comes the liar, the deceitful witch. Throw the matter in jail, the last member of the criminal troupe. Burns. Order! The gallery will be quiet, or I will have you all thrown out of the spot, or hold them in contempt. What's with all this hecklers? I bet they're the fans Mr. Retinz invited. What a grade A dick. Well, he's not going to psych us out. Now then, Ms. White. Right. Whatever. This court would like to know if you switched from the steel sword to the rubber one on stage. So please testify about this issue. She's just gotta try and trick us again when I'm hurry up and get back to Can you throw them all out and throw them into jail? Silence, all of you! I won't tell you again. Ms. Wright, do you feel able to testify? Yeah, I'm fine, Your Honor. Trucy, I know I shouldn't have let her go through with this. I'd like to make a small request. How about, instead of testifying with words, I show you exactly what happened. Would that be alright, Your Honor? You can witness my stupendous sword-switching magic and judge for yourself. In spite of everything, she's still smiling. She's very good at faking it. Aren't you amazing, isn't she? Yeah, she's got so much bottled up emotion and trauma. I'm sure she'll be fine when she grows up even more. She sure is. She's doing just fine up there. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. She's faithfully following the troop Gamma Ray creed even now. She really is something else. It's showtime for Magical Girl Trucy Wright. Watch carefully now, everyone. Oh God. The stupendous sword switch. Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention on the sword. Allow me to demonstrate. Here's an apple. Just how sharp the blade truly is. See that? No tricks or gimmicks. A very sharp sword indeed. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, watch as I take this sword and... Presto Sordo! There, I've switched. And now... Hup! Ah! Fucking fingers just fall to the ground. Oh man. As you can see, the blade is not steel, but rubber. Bravo, Ms. Wright. Wow, she switched them in a flash. I couldn't see her do it at all. She's completely turned the room around. The hecklers are being drowned out by all the cheering. Where did the steel sword vanish off to, Ms. Wright? Also, where the fuck did you get a steel sword in the courtroom? In order to deepen our understanding of the case, please tell us if you would. I'm not asking out of mere curiosity, just so you know. I usually hide the steel sword backstage when I switch them during the show. So when you thrust the rubber sword into the coffin, the steel sword wasn't on stage but behind the curtain. Exactly. So you see, there is a trick and a gimmick to it after all. As for where the steel sword went when I performed the trick just now, it's a secret. Wouldn't want to spoil the magic for you. Are on trial for murder and could go away for life or get the death penalty. Oh! That's not Trucy. Yeah, still. Ms. Wright, that part where you spun around, that's actually part of the sword switching trick you do for the show, right? Right, the other part, like the apple, were just to help with my explanation here in court. That's funny. I think I found an inconsistency in her testimony. And it looks like I'm not the only one. I don't know what it's doing there. But now I found it, I have to get to the bottom of it. Then, Mr. Justice, you may go ahead and question the witness, but try not to ask dumb questions for this wonderful magic, wondrous magic. I thought this was supposed to be my cross-examination. All right, so if my memory is as good as I think it is, which it's not, I don't remember her spinning around. Okay, go back to the Hat Man. Okay. Yeah, she didn't spin. Oh, Trucy, you fucking liar. Alright, we'll get to the back end of it. And then we'll, press everything. I'm assuming it's gonna be on the spin. That's a weird noise for rubber. Even though she explained how she does it, I still can't see her do it. Blows me away no matter how many times I watch. Yeah, me too, but... What is it, Apollo? Did you notice anything about the way Trucy moves during the trick? You mean like her movements? I don't get it. What's the real story, Trucy? Alright, so let's press. Please be careful, Ms. Wright. Don't worry, I've practiced this trick thousands of times. It's not even my real hand anymore. That's right, Apollo. You have to give Trucy some credit. She knows what she's doing. I know, but it still makes me nervous every time. That's what magic is all about. A truly great magician can make their audience experience all kinds of thrills and chills. I guess you're right. Better try not to interrupt her too much when she's doing the trick. Don't want to distract her from her break concentration. Oh, that's totally gonna do that, though. Now, ladies and gentlemen, back to the exciting world of magic. She's just fucking shoves a handful of mushrooms into her mouth. This is right. Please don't swing that big dangerous thing around. Somebody could get hurt. Apollo, please don't shout when I'm swinging said blade around. Somebody could get hurt. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I couldn't help myself. You should know better than to talk to me when I'm on stage. Mr. Justice, I'll see you in my chambers after court is adjourned. Uh-oh. I don't suppose somebody could make me disappear before that happens. Let's just watch quietly, shall we? And now, back to the show! Hold it! I'm gonna keep pressing. So, it's definitely a real sword, right? Now, Apollo, I know you're excited, but you have to control yourself. Mr. Justice, if you needlessly interrupt this wonderful magic show again, I will be forced to bring my very real gavel down on your head. Just seems to be completely taken in by Trucy's magic. Should I know? Like, I'm not losing health, though, but... Okay. Sure. Oh, I won't interrupt her again. I do want to interrupt her again, though. Hold it! Oops. I did it again. I've had it up to here, Apollo. Can you listen quietly like a big boy? Sorry about that. I got a little too worked up. Hello. Now, boys and girls, watch carefully and please don't kick the seat in front of you. I'll take the sword and... Alright. I will present the video here. Objection! I don't want to get yelled at. Ms. Wright, there's something I'd like to confirm with you. What is it, Apollo? There seems to be a discrepancy between the way you performed the trick for us just now and the way it appears in the show footage. What? But that can't be. I performed exactly the same way both times. And what's going on? Ms. Wright, I have the show footage right here, and the part where you twirl your cape around is missing from it. What? But I did! So, it really is the exact moment you switched swords? Yeah, that's right. I knew it. Well, I certainly never expect the defense to expose the accused lie for me. Mr. Justice, does this mean that you are arguing that the defendant did not swap the swords during the actual magic show? Fuck. No, Your Honor, that wasn't my intention. I meant... I did swap them! I know I did! I'm absolutely sure of it! Human memory is unreliable at best, but in this case, I'm afraid that this is the witness herself who cannot be trusted. We can see the footage for ourselves. The claims for this witness are false. But... Now that it has been proven that the accused did not swap swords, it means that the use of a steel sword as a piece of coffin was wholly intentional. Irk. But by the way, was it not you, Mr. Justice, who argued that Mr. Reese's death was not an accident or murder? I assume you have no objections to that still. It was, after all, your own assertion. Defense, Objection. Defense is an objection to you, Mr. Apollo Justice. I demand you withdraw the discrepancy you point out now. But there is a discrepancy, and it must mean something. I'm sure of it. Would the defense team kindly save their spat until after the court is adjourned? Now, after all of this debate, it seems we've come back around to the original argument. The defendant knew about the prank plan that would place the victim inside the coffin, but can we go to the forgery? What more, the defendant did not perform the sword-switching trick on stage. Though through her actions, I'm afraid I've come to see the true intention of the accused. Her murderous intentions. It's such a shame. But I did switch her swords! I swear! You're knee-deep in it now, Justice. Hold it! Excuse me. Sorry about that voice. Let's see, you are... which one again? Benny? No. He died years ago. Bonny? It's Bonny. You were mixing the two names together, Your Honor. You fucking asshole. Oh, pardon me. Do you have something you wish to say, Bonny? Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to testify. Oh, what? The more I think about it, the less possible it seems. I don't believe Trucy killed Mr. Reus. Bonny? Hey! What's the big deal? Such an incredibly gifted and talented magician would never commit murder, except to the ones we already know that committed murder. I've refused to believe it. What are you talking about, you harebrained hare? You keep your mouth your trap shut. Your mouth trap shut? Chronos? Yeah, almost. I got a bag of baby carrots for you, so chew on those and pipe down. Bonny, say no. Okay, yeah, good. No, I won't be quiet. What's the matter with you? Didn't you hear me? Trucy said something to me once. Huh? She said, no matter how scared you get, no matter how mean people are to you, you can't give in or give up. That's what being a professional magician's all about. Isn't that right, Trucy? That's right. Did I say that to you? I don't remember that. I've always been afraid to stand up to Betty because she's fucking horrifying. Afraid of the fire, so I did what she said. But when I saw Trucy today, she gave me strength. What, being heckled? I mean, I guess she didn't run away. That's true. I still don't know why the judge hasn't thrown everyone in the gallery doing that out. Seeing her courage, the way she kept smiling despite everything, she's just incredible. So I'm not gonna run away. I'm scared, but for once, I'm gonna be brave. She just fucking bashes Betty's face in with the umbrella. Grr! What have you done to my sister, Trucy Wright? You've practically brainwashed her! It's the power of Trucy's mind-wiping manipulation. I mean, conviction. That's what it is. It's touched Bonny's heart. Yeah, Trucy really is one magical girl. Bonny, is the topic of your testimony related to the thing to that thing that was bothering you? That thing you tried to tell us about in the lobby during the recess? Yes, ever since I saw the show footage, something's been nagging me. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but something's off. I feel like something about it is different from what I saw on the stage. What do you mean by that, Bonny? I wonder if what was shown on TV is really the same what happened on stage. Objection. Of course it is. The show has only been performed once, after all. Can't show anything other than than what happened on that stage yesterday. Objection. Yeah, shut the fuck up. The Bonny testimony deserves our attention. We have to examine the show footage. But what can we check it against? Do you have some other footage of the show? Well, I have some show footage. You do? One of the TV chasing cameras said it was a fan of mine. Just for some reason, just put it in the tape player, DVD player, probably in this era, and it's just Bonny singing in front of a mirror or a camera. He kept his camera on me throughout the show, and then afterwards, he gave me the footage he shot as a present. It was really fucking creepy. He did? To tell you the truth, I thought it was kind of creepy. Yeah, no, it was. So I was gonna get rid of it. Hold it. Please submit that footage to the court. And also the cameraman's name so we can make sure he doesn't have any copies of it. Now then, let's take a look at this new footage. Please be a front view. Oh, it's very close to the back. Don't do, I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. There's a time and a place, and the job isn't it. Now, honestly, it's still creepy. You can move the camera, though. What was that? Oh, geez. Wow. Okay, then. He really kept his camera on Bonny the whole time, didn't he? I think his cameraman needs to keep his personal feelings out of his work. Yeah, no shit. Well, defense, do you still believe this new show footage is worth expecting? Of course I do. Okay, how are we gonna go about doing that? Let's try comparing the two. We just might find an inconsistency between them. An inconsistency, huh? Yeah, the two pieces of footage are the same scene, so they should match up. Well, if they recorded at the start at the same time, timestamps to match up. Yeah, Bonny felt there was something off about the original footage. So if we pick out what's different between the two, we'll know what Bonny found strange. I'm assuming she did do the twirl, but it was edited in a way that makes it look like she didn't? Or how many practice runs have they had? Maybe they recorded it then? I don't know. Your Honor, the defense would like to compare these two pieces of show footage. Oh, very well. I will allow it. No waste of time. Apollo, can I go strangle that man? Yes. No, I've never done it before. I'll give you a little lesson then. Use a videotape player to go through the footage. We had something like this before. It was with audio though, right? We might have had footage too. So, forward with B, rewind with X. You autoplay by pressing A, okay. Oh, by the way, if you fast forward or rewind when the playback is paused, you can go do a slow frame by frame playback. Okay, and so how do I switch between the two videos? Use the LB button. Now, you find the difference between the two pieces of footage. Put the cursor over what's different and press Y. Thanks, Athena. You really know your stuff. Yeah, really, I just gave it some gusto and then I went with my gut on the most of it. But I sure hope she's guessed right. The buttons are just completely different. Alright, so let's fast forward to here. Pause. Oh, right, I just tried to move the screen. Okay, so... Okay. There's no sword in that one, but maybe just not there. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, nothing there. Okay, so I clearly missed something. Let's play and rewind. I thought I saw something earlier. I said, what the fuck was that? But I don't think I... Okay. Cards, that's what that was. Okay. I was like, I saw something white flash by the thing.
Take that!
This is it right there. Take a good look at this scene and compare it to the video shot from the front. Oh, they're playing cards. The playing cards don't appear in the video shot from the front. Hey, you're right. What's going on here? Ms. Wright, can you tell us about these playing cards? Oh, those? They're the cards I throw when I do the sword switching trick. What? Mr. Justice, does this mean... Yeah, it means that the sword switching trick was cut from the TV show footage. So the footage was edited? Yeah, with malicious intent. That is absurd. Well, we must get to the bottom of this right away. Bailiff, this TV station might still have unedited footage. Go see what you can find. Yes, Your Honor. You not wear socks? It's you. Now hold it up, Your Honor. This is all just a bit of misunderstanding. Believe you me. Give a guy a chance to defend himself before you start pointing fingers. And who the fuck are you? Oh, right. Sorry about that. Got ahead of myself here. Here's my business card. Charmed to make your acquaintance, Your Honor. Oh, well, very polite of you. It's lovely to meet you too, Prosecutor Shmoody-Doo-Doo. Please take my card. A business card? Ah, yes, I read about this custom among businessmen in this country. Have you familiar yourself with the various replies? Fuck off. How do you do, good sir? Or what's crack-a-lackin', homie? For example. Oh-ho! You're from Take-Two TV, are you, business? I thought he was oh-hoing the what's crack-a-lackin'. Come to think of it, I believe I've seen you on the television before. Yes, Raja Retinz, otherwise known as the Rating Raja. He's a TV producer and appears on many of his own shows as of late. He's best known for his catchphrase, hang loose, baby. Oh my, so you're the Rating Raja. Hang loose, Judge baby. Nice courtroom you got here. I never thought I'd get to meet you in person. But Prosecutor Shmoody-Doo-Doo, how do you know so much about him? In preparation for the case, I watched all of his shows. I find the Ratings Writer goes to Burger Bar on a particular interest. It inspires me to visit the restaurant straight away to learn more about the local cuisine. What? You went to Burger Barn without me? Who would have thought? He must have really wanted to try it, huh? Because that line, woo. Compared to my aesthetic training, an hour's wait is nothing. I recommend the Southwestern burger with jalapeno jack cheese. By the way, that does sound delicious. I'm having a really hard time picturing him in a line for burgers. Prosecutor Shidi-doo. Unexpected enthusiasm of food aside, Mr. Retenz, what is this misunderstanding you mentioned? Well, for starters, it's true that the footage was edited. You'll get your hands on this right away, so I might as well show you the unedited footage. It's a pretty long video, so I'll just show you the part where they're playing cards. You can see the cards when Trucy spins around, so keep your eyes peeled. Okay. Did you see the part that was cut from Trucy's switch, where Trucy switched the swords? She spins around and playing cards go flying. Everything's like it's supposed to be. Then it seems the defendant really did swap swords during the trick. Which means the sword Ms. Wright thrust into the coffin was a rubber one. In other words, Ms. Wright couldn't have killed Mr. Reus. Yeah, see, that's the first misunderstanding right there. What do you mean? Well, Trucy definitely did swap swords, as you saw. So yeah, maybe she didn't kill Mr. Reus when she stabbed the coffin, but that doesn't mean he was killed after he showed up pretending to be a corpse. So you're saying that up until that point, everything was going according to the script? If that's true, then when and how exactly do you think he was killed? It was after the dragon piece came crashing down. I saw Trucy murdered I say Trucy murdered Mr. Reus when she was hidden from view behind the set piece. There would be a lot more blood if that was the case. She could have easily done it behind that huge dragon, nobody would be wiser. I see. Indeed, there is a ring of truth into your assertion. No, there's not! You bet! Plus, there's a suspicious-looking shadow in the footage, too. Toward the end of the footage, just before the dragon hits the stage. It might be easier just to see it for yourself. I already called that out. That's the flying away part, right? But if he was flying away, then he wouldn't be there. Also, she didn't stay. So for a split second, so it's hard to catch, but look here. It's a ghost. This suspicious shadow must be Trucy. What? She's using the steel sword she hid behind the curtain during the trick to kill the victim. What? Now that you mention it, that makes no fucking sense. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like that at all, you dumbass. What is wrong with this court?
Objection! Yeah,
objection. Is there a gas leak in here? The witness is just trying to ram his theory down our throats, Your Honor. And that's not all. Are we forgetting that the witness willfully edited the sword switch out of the footage? You see, there's your second misunderstanding right there. Your Honor, would you mind if I testified about it? I've seen people testify on TV, and I've always wanted to give it a shot. That would be fine with me, Prosecutor Sandbox. Just say my name. It's quite unexpected. It threatened to disrupt the karmatic course of this case. Hey, lighten up, pretty boy. You're gonna like what I've got to say, promise. Very well. However, if you do anything to impede the last rites of the victim, I will have you removed. All right, with Prosecutor Shamudi, permission, please give us your it's your permission. Actually, it's everyone's permission, really. I think you'd need... No, I guess you don't need... Yeah, juror-wise, I think both the judge and lawyers for each side, prosecutor, attorney, defense attorney, they need to agree on jurors. They can like swap them out, but for witnesses, I think you just have to get them. I think you just have to get it approved that they're coming. Taking over the floor. What was that about Kaiser? Kaiser of the court. Oh, okay. Taking over the court. So listen up, lower viewers. It wasn't deliberate, I tell you. The footage is meant to be edited at, footage is meant to be edited, I tell you. Scenes are spliced together and long or born scenes are cut out. All the stations edit footage this way. It wasn't like it was done maliciously or something. It was just a coincidence that particular scene was cut. It wasn't intentional. Oh, what? You got some proof that I had an ulterior motive for editing the footage? Yes, probably. I see. So you're saying it was a coincidence that the source public scene was cut. That's right. Glad you got the picture.
Objection!
Yeah, objection. Fuck you. Coincidence? That's a little just too convenient to ask me. Oh, an objection? How cool. I sure packs a lot more punch when you hear it live. Do that again. I want to get another shot from a different angle. My objection is not for your entertainment. And cut. There. I got some good stuff there. Okay, I'm going to want royalties for that. Miss Retinz, filming is prohibited inside the courthouse. Oops, my bad, Judge. And if the defense has an issue, it can point it out during cross-examination. So, it did a ding at the end. So... Ulterior motive for editing the film. Trying to prove malicious intent is tough. All he has to do is say it was all coincidence. We need to find some kind of foothold if we're gonna make any progress. True, but this guy doesn't seem like the type to just slip up. We'll have to get the information out of him bit by bit. Oh, so press. Okay. Because I was thinking, like, obviously the contract, the liability compensation, and the forgery probably is something we're gonna have to show here.
Hold it!
Really? I've never heard anybody say that. It's common knowledge in the TV world. You got an idea what a snooze cruise it'd be to watch a magic show without editing? A magic show like that one, anyway? That was ice cold. Anyway, editing is what makes TV worth watching.
Hold it!
Are you saying you thought there were boring scenes in Ms. Wright's magic show? You gotta ask. That script and presentation deserves a place on the cutting room floor. Broadcasting that mess as is would have been a complete disaster. That's why I had to edit the footage. It's just what a TV man does. What didn't you like about the show exactly? The whole thing. It was a major snooze fest. Maybe common folk like you don't get it, but a show is only as good as how loud, flashy, and trashy it is. Was it like Jerry Springer? Plenty loud and flashy on its own. All you had to do was add the trash. I suppose each industry has its own way of doing things. Says we are in the legal profession focused exclusively on evidence and testimony. Exactly. Whether it's a showbiz or legal biz, we do what we gotta do to get the job done. Anyways, editing and footage is a matter of course in the TV industry. Yeah, but that's for like shows that are gonna go out live, not for footage you're gonna send to the news. Generally speaking, anyways. It wasn't done maliciously, huh? But I get the distinct impression that you bear feelings of ill will towards Troop Gamma Ray. Huh? What makes you think that? Everything that comes out of your mouth. Things that you yourself have said. You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt, expose the dark heart behind this weird mind. Brr, 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 brr. I suppose a couple episodes ago, I guess I could have read it out loud, but still. I also get the impression that you felt this way for a long time. Words such as those can be interpreted in many different ways. For example, though I bear the defense no ill will, I would not hesitate to say that he is a good-for-nothing lout of a lawyer. Then you clearly don't know my track record. You bear me no ill will. Could have fooled me. And yet, it is the truth. I am only strict on you, as it seems you have strayed from the path. You're clearly an idiot. If you have an objection, Mr. Justice, please make your case. Yeah. Just a coincidence. Of all the scenes you could have cut, why the sword switching chick? That seems like too much of a coincidence to me. Oh, so now you're gonna tell me how I'm supposed to edit my programs, Big Shot? It's hard being the boss, kid. You gotta make some tough choices like which content to get cut. And then let me ask you that. Why exactly do you make such a tough choice in this case? You wouldn't understand, champ. It's all about artistic vision. I tell you, people tell you how to do your job when they don't know the first thing about it. I may not know TV, but I know evidence law, and oh boy, do I have some for you, champ. You might not be able to show that your selective editing was intentional. However, I know you bear the defendant ill will, and this is the evidence that proves it. I have not much life left, so I'll just save here. And then reload like a scummy bastard. Is it the prank? I don't really know what I fucking need to do. I don't know what to fucking do. The prank seems like the obvious one.
Take that!
And it was not the obvious one. This piece of evidence proves that you bear ill will towards the defendant. Probably the contract then? That thing? What could that possibly prove? Take a good look right here. Wouldn't you agree that it puts you in a bad light? But looking bad and having evil intention are two entirely different things. Look at me, for example. I'm not evil, but I am a bit of a bad boy. Oh, if I could be a bad boy myself. But bad lawyers get penalties for presenting bad evidence. Yeah. That was my bad. No, it wasn't. Back into the past. I don't have much health left. I was kind of hoping we were going to get back when we came back from recess. Contract?
Take that!
Nope. Okay. You have 2 health left, Chronos. You could just try twice. I could.
Take that!
Huh? What's that you got there? Oh, this is the contract you had Ms. Wright signed just before the magic show. This contract between the first party, Take-Two, and the second party, Ms. Wright, reads, if, through the fault of the second party, the show must be canceled in part or in full, the second party will pay $3 million as compensation to the first party. That's $3 million! That's a completely unreasonable sum. No kidding. I couldn't agree more. And of course, Ms. Wright doesn't have that kind of money. She's a 17-year-old girl, not legally eligible for contracts. Nonetheless, Roger Retinz had her sign this unreasonable contract anyways. Or more accurately, he conned her into signing it. Conned her? How did you do that? There's a trick to this clipboard that was used by Ms. Wright to sign her contract. It houses carbon paper that can secretly copy your signature on other documents. Oh, come on now. That's quite a nasty accusation you're slinging my way. For starters, you don't have any proof I had anything to do with that carbon paper stuff. But just because Trucy and her agency can't pay up, that doesn't mean I conned her. But $3 million? That's totally out of reach for an average person. In any case, it's important new information. Please add it to your testimony. Where's your proof linking? You don't have any, do you? Press? This clipboard is yours, though, isn't it, Mr. Retinz? Well, it belongs to the TV station anyways. That much I know. Maybe it was an old prop from one of our TV shows that got used by mistake. Or maybe you used it on purpose. To calm Ms. Wright.
Objection!
Mr. Retinz has already stated that he did not. Mr. Justice, please do not use this trial to try to get out of paying your agency's debts. That's not what I'm doing, you piece of shit. Proof Mr. Retenz is connected to the carbon paper, huh? Trucy's signature was copied onto a fake contract, then... Okay, the other... I know, you don't have to paint... You don't have to, like, just throw it in my face. Yes, I get it. Let's... Third document, I know. We have seen things like that. What you guys whispering about? Oh, just your downfall, piece of shit. You like calling people pieces of shit in this one, don't you, Chronos? Apparently. All right, we're gonna save because I'm scared about dying. It just reloads, Chronos. I know, but I don't want to. There.
Objection!
You must be quite the con man if you can fool a magician with a simple trick. But if you think you can con a lawyer, you're very much mistaken. Hey kid, would it kill you to enunciate in front of the camera? You know, like a newscaster? I'd like you to take a look at Ms. Wright's signature here on this note. Now let's compare the signature to the one on her contract. Well, would you look at that? They're exactly the same. That's right, Your Honor. Not just similar, but exactly the same. Nobody can sign their name exactly the same way twice, unless it's a copy. These signatures are proof positive that you conned Ms. Wright. And that's definitely proves your malicious intent. Say, not bad, lawyer guy. Didn't know you had it in you. Do you guys not get, like, court shows or, like, law court updates here? Because I've done a few cases now. Some pretty heavy ones. This is getting really interesting now. I bet it'll be great for ratings for sure, probably. Don't try to dodge the issue, Mr. Retenz. The fact that you bear ill will against my client, so the show footage was definitely edited with malicious intent. Isn't that right? What a forced argument, defense. All you have is really proven that not his ill will was towards Ms. Wright, but his... pecuniary greed? My phone. You need my phone? I need to look up that word because I don't think I've seen it before. You don't read much, do you, Chronos? No, I don't. Pecuniary? What? Pecuniary? Huh. Relating to or consisting of money. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen that word before. That's right. I just want money, baby. Fat stacks of cheddar, that's all. After all, I've never even crossed paths with Trucy before the Magic Show. I'd have absolutely no reason to bear her any ill will, right? He didn't bear her any ill will, huh? Huh, bad chance. This guy definitely has some major hate for Trucy. Yeah, so his hatred is for the gamma rays. I can't prove it with anything but the things he said all point to that fact. Something between the two of them that gave birth to this grudge. Some sort of connection that not even Trucy is aware of. Your Honor, I'd like to argue that Mr. Roger Retenz and Trucy Wright must have crossed paths before. There's some hidden connection between them. Hidden? Connection? What is it now? What are you getting at, Mr. Justice? It's futile to even ask, Your Honor. Surely, it's just another one of the defense's feckless claims. You don't seem to have a very high opinion of me, but once you hear my argument, you'll wish you've taken me a whole lot more seriously. Will I really? Very well. I mean, if you did your fucking homework, you probably would have. Did you figure something out, Apollo? Nope, not a thing. What? That was just some good old-fashioned bluffing. Courtesy of Mr. Wright's fine training. I hope you know what you're doing. You're gonna make such a bold claim, Mr. Justice. I hope you're ready to elaborate. What is the hidden connection between the defendant and Roger Retenz? He's Trucy's biggest fan. They're dating. Retenz is a magician too. Yes, it has to be. That sleight of hand trick Mr. Retenz did during the recess earlier. What if Mr. Retenz is a magician too? What if? I believe it's up to the defense to fill in the blanks, not me. Well, if he is, he may have had some contact with Ms. Wright somewhere along the way. Your argument is hardly worth responding to. But by all means, please do continue. As a passage in the sacred scriptures of Chronism states, he who gives a sermon is a monkey to a monkey is himself a monkey. But yeah, it doesn't matter what you say to a dimwit, he ain't gonna get it anyway. But we saw Mr. Red perform a magic trick. He made his whole video camera disappear in the blink of an eye. Well, I think it would be pretty funny if I were a magician. You must have been seeing things. Want me to introduce you to a good eye doctor? The connection is tenuous as that is all it takes. And every magician in the country could potentially be ill will towards the accused. I guess you're right. You're not, the shop is not in the draw, you short stuff. They're definitely giving him some pretty short straws in this case. You would do well to cleanse that putrid mind of yours in the holy waters of Mount Bonny. These 3 days under the frigid waterfall, even you should rise to the level of a monkey. Ah, numbskull to avoid numbskull. Well, this is numbskull has thick skin, so there. I think I get what they're driving at. Even if he is a magician, it's not exactly a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy, is it? Hold on. I can think of one person, one magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy. Or rather, one magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Troop Gamma Ray. Oh? No. No way! Is something wrong, Mr. Justice? Your Honor, the defense wishes to submit evidence at this time. I see, and what sort of evidence do you have for us? Evidence that points to the real killer, the one who had the motive to commit his crime. What? Can we punch him in the throat after this? If I see him sigh one more time, punch him in the throat, DDTing on cement, and then, I don't know, just maybe a wood chipper. And what have you come up with this time, defense? Phoenix Wright is the sole heir to Troop Gamma Ray in its name. This puts her square in the crosshairs for one particular magician. This piece of evidence points to that one person with the grudge against Ms. Wright. So, is he not actually dead? No, that's not true. He's very dead. Alright.
Take that!
And who exactly are you naming, Mr. Justice? 13 years ago, the great Mr. Reus belonged to Troop Gamma Ray, but then the troop ousted him, and Mr. Reus vowed to get revenge on them someday. And what's better way to accomplish that than through the ruination of their sole heir? But Mr. Reus is the victim, Mr. Justice. You named a dead man as your suspect! But is he really dead? What do you mean, is he really dead? If the fact that Mr. Reus is the victim is what's throwing you off, then how about we consider this possibility? What if the man who died on that stage yesterday wasn't Mr. Reus? Okay. What? You mean the victim was an imposter? Not Mr. Reus, then what about the real Mr. Reus? It would mean the real Mr. Reus is still alive. That's absurd. Well, not the absurdest thing we've ever had, really. Mr. Justice, who is the real Mr. Reus if not the victim of this case? I mean, it's Retinz, right? It's all coming together now. I finally see the gimmick, the trick of this entire case. This should explain everything, Your Honor. The real killer, the one who hated Troop Gamma Ray and wanted to sully its name, the magician lurking in the shadows who set up a fake Mr. Reus in his stead, the real Mr. Reus is gonna be unveiled next time! Thank you for watching! I'll see you all next episode! Bye! It's Retinz, we're not stupid.